Could there ever be a more appropriate song for a segment? Well, there's a new breakthrough in understanding weight loss, and it's all about resetting your body's so-called set point.
According to research, 80% of people who lose weight regain it within 2 years. Now, joining us is clinical nutritionist Sarah de Lorenzo. Sarah, good morning to you.
Good morning.
What is a person's set weight, and how do we work out what it is?
So a person's set weight is determined by three things. We've got, of course, our hormones like ghrelin and leptin. So ghrelin's that hormone that says, hey, I'm hungry. Yep. Leptin's that hormone that says, hey, I'm full. Diet and exercise, and of course genes. So your set point is a weight that your body likes to keep at for survival. So it will bounce back based on those things that it's determined by.
And can you lower it? Can you lower your set point?
Yeah, you can absolutely lower your set point. So there's 6 great ways to lowering it. First of all, you'd be doing a low-carb diet. So if you look over here, there's all the low-carb foods you'll be eating. And then, of course, it's really important to know to have protein with every meal. So we'd be having, of course, maybe eggs for breakfast, chicken for lunch, salmon for dinner, and for the vegetarians or vegans, you can be having some tofu. Protein keeps you full, and when we're full, we definitely have less calories.
One of the things you talk about is taking diet breaks. What do you mean by that?
Diet breaks are really important in reducing your set point. So we would do low carb for about 6 weeks, but what we want to do is we want to gradually bring our set point down instead of just like crash dieting and then bringing it back up to what the normal was. So diet breaks are you have 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off the diet. So you'd be doing low carb for 2 weeks, and then you'd be doing 2 weeks of just normal eating. So the weight is slowly coming down and holding it, coming down and holding it, coming down and holding it. That's a really big key to it.
OK, now what have you got on this end podium?
So over here, it's about palatability. So you want to have foods, we are going to get hungry and hangry in the weight loss process. People get really irritated. Knowing that you think, oh, I'm just going to go and grab something that's really sugary, instead of doing that, you're going to go for something that's bland and filling. For here, for example, you'd have oats instead of having something like a sugary cereal. You'd be having the sweet potato instead of having the pasta. And, of course, you'd be having something like a smoothie instead of having the chocolate biscuits there.
So you're sort of filling yourself up and taking away the space, I guess, for the other bad stuff. It's
getting rid of the hungry and angry. So knowing that, yeah, so just thinking, OK, I'll go for this education. I'll have this option first. I'm going to fill myself up on something that's quite bland and filling. And studies actually show that if you do that, it takes away the hunger pangs because it's bringing it down, making dieting easy.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hungry. It's like how you get just before you get your toast.
Hungry and angry.
Yes.